Hi and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate cheese melt sandwich. So I first had this sandwich on a trip to France, a small cafe, ordered a cheese melt, just a standard cheese melt. This thing came, I knew straight away there was something different about this sandwich, and as usual I just don't care about asking, so ask the owner how they made it. Sometimes when you ask that, they'll say yes, sometimes they'll politely say no. On this occasion they said yes, showed me how to make this particular sandwich. The killer regarding the taste is almost like a French toast centre in this particular sandwich. It is by far the best cheese melt sandwich I have ever tasted, and if you try this, I think you'll agree as well. As usual, a full list of ingredients will be given at the end of the video, so let's have a look at those ingredients now and anything else we're going to need for today. So the ingredients for today's recipe, really simple. I've got 2 slices of white bread. So this is quite substantial bread, what we call a farmhouse loaf. So 2 slices of that. I've got another slice of white bread, but this is off a sandwich loaf, so it's much thinner. And I've also removed the crusts. Some unsalted butter. I'm going to be using that for frying, but also to coat one side of this farmhouse bread. 1 medium free range egg, which has had 2 tablespoons of milk added, and also a little bit of freshly ground black pepper and sea salt. And some slices of cheese. This is a cheddar cheese. You can use whatever cheese you like, just make sure there's lots of flavour with it. Even something like a sandwich cheese, the slices that you get, absolutely ideal for this kind of recipe. So the first thing we do is we take a frying pan. I've placed some of that unsalted butter into the frying pan and just melting it. Now I've chosen this particular pan because I know that I've got a lid which will fit it. So once we've melted the butter, we then take our piece of sandwich bread, which we've cut the crust off, and we just coat that in our egg mixture on both sides. Make sure it's well coated, and then I'm just going to gently fry this for about a couple of minutes either side. So once this egg soaked bread is cooked on both sides and we get this fantastic colour to it, just remember to fry this very gently because we've only got butter in the pan and it could quite easily burn. So once this is fried, I'm just going to place it onto a plate, reserve it just for a couple of minutes. Obviously if your frying pan's big enough, just move it to one side. Next thing we're going to do is I'm taking one of these farmhouse slices, buttered one side, and it's the butter side that goes down. I'm going to place our cheese slices on the top. So just a thin layer of cheese slice. Our fried egg soaked bread goes on the top. Another layer of our sliced cheese. And then our second slice of farmhouse loaf with the butter side facing up. I'm just going to cook this now for about 2 to 3 minutes just to give that bottom slice some colour. I'm then going to very carefully flip that over so we then get a nice colour to this side, and then I'll show you what to do from there. So once we're fried on this side, turned it over now, it's been frying on the opposite side for a couple of minutes. You see this lovely colour that the sandwich has got. The next thing I'm going to do is just place the lid on the pan And then I'm just going to look now until the cheese starts melting down the side, and then this is perfectly cooked. I think you've probably guessed by now that this is an ideal sandwich for something like a panini press or a George Foreman grill, something like that. I showed this recipe to a Malat customer, a small cafe. They were doing some cheese melt sandwiches. I told them about the egg soaked bread in the centre, the story of how I first tried it. It's now their best selling breakfast sandwich, and again they just do it in a panini press and it takes absolutely no time at all. So there you go, another really simple recipe. It is definitely not the healthiest food you're ever going to eat, but it is absolutely delicious. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, hit that like button. Thank you very much for watching.